Welcome to the 1950s all-electric house. In the 1950s, a house in the suburbs was the ultimate symbol of the good life throughout the nation. The all-electric house embodies the optimistic spirit of the times. Before you take a tour of the house, let's see what made it a part of the good life. The 1950s, a time of great promise and prosperity. Americans had lived through the difficult years of the Great Depression and World War II. Now the nation was in the midst of an economic and population boom. The demand for new housing and consumer goods was high in Johnson County and across the country. Historically, only the wealthiest people could afford houses in the suburbs. House purchases required a 50% down payment, and the mortgage had to be paid off in 5 to 10 years. New government programs helped move millions of Americans into the suburbs. Middle-class families were becoming homeowners for the first time thanks to government-financed loans. Buyers could put as little as 5% down and pay off the debt in 25 to 30 years. These loans revolutionized home ownership. But the suburbs were not open to everyone. Racial and religious discrimination kept many people from finding the good life in Johnson County. The 1950s were a boom time for Johnson County. The population doubled between 1940 and 1950, then doubled again over the next decade. Home builders scrambled to keep up with the growth. Model houses became a popular way to promote suburban living. These houses displayed new architecture, furnishings, and home appliances. These innovative model houses delighted and inspired a new generation of consumers. In 1953, Kansas City Power and Light Company built such a model, the all-electric house. Located at 4602 Homestead in the Indian Field subdivision of Prairie Village, it sported the ranch house style, influenced by California living. At the time, most Johnson Countyans were accustomed to bungalows and farmhouses. The ranch house seemed truly modern with its long, low lines and open floor plan. The all-electric house, marketed as the house of the future, was built to showcase the wonders of electricity. Revolutionary appliances and technologies were featured in the model house. The all-electric house proved to be of great interest to home buyers. It was so popular that it attracted 60,000 visitors at a time when Johnson County's total population was 60,000 people. 40 years after its days as a model house, the all-electric house was donated to the Johnson County Museums and moved to its current location. It took 4 painstaking years to research and restore the home to its original 1954 appearance. The Johnson County Museums is the first in the nation to preserve and display a 1950s model house. Now it's time to see the house of the future. As you tour the house, think about these 3 themes. First, new government programs made many Americans homeowners for the first time. But remember, racial and religious discrimination kept some people from buying homes in the suburbs. Next, the architecture, floor plan, and furnishings inside this house reflected modern ideas about suburban life. And finally, economic prosperity allowed many to purchase the new goods and technologies showcased in the house. Now, join your guide who will take you into the house of the future.